they got receivers that can make plays and a quarterback that can move his feet in the pocket. I think that's their best thing going. And plus they got tough physical runners. Yeah, they're a good team.
What do you think the closest thing to an offense like this is that you've faced personally since you've been here?
I'll say it again.
What do you think the closest thing to an offense like this, as like how high powered they are, that you've faced since you've been here at Georgia?
You trying to say
like what is maybe the closest type of offense that you've seen that's similar to this?
Probably none. They had the most explosive receiver core that we faced all year, so
yeah,
I feel like it's the best team that we faced all year.
How much stress does that put on you in terms of the pass coverage? Is it the tight end probably? Is it the running backs? What kind of matchups are you going to be keen on?
We're going to be keen on like it's going to be base thing that we working on every day. Just running our plays. The normal.
How different is it than the Alabama offense you faced or prepared for last year before the title game? I mean, is it like looking at a different offense, or do you see a lot of similarities?
Yeah, it's a couple similarities, with the running game style and stuff like that. But the different thing is like I said, they got more explosive players, in the backfield and at the receiver core.
Do you think it helps to have played Tua once before? The fact that you guys did see him, albeit only for one half of football, but the fact that you've gone up against this guy, does that help a little bit in terms of knowing what to expect, or maybe kind of being warned about all the things he can do, having seen it firsthand already once?
Oh yeah, of course it helped, because now we know, he's a good athlete. He can move good in the pocket and can extend plays, so we just got to keep it contained.
I think it was a lot better yesterday. It was talking about everyone talks about the receivers and passing game, but they're still Alabama. They're still going to run the ball. You kind of share those same kind of thoughts, and how do you balance, trying to slow down the run, because that's obviously something that they're skilled at as well.
Just do what's play our game. Play physical. Get off blocks, no 1-for-1 blocks. I feel like we're gonna be fine.
We paid a lot of attention to how much Jake and the offense have improved since the LSU game. How do you feel like the defense has played since that game? What's changed since that day for the Georgia defense?
Every week we improve. Every single week after the bye week, we improved on our run game. We just improved at the defense, just flying the hunt to the ball, being relentless. And I feel like this game, we have to play our best game, to be successful.
With Alabama being such a powerhouse, what advantage do you think Georgia could have in this game? What does Georgia bring to the table that Alabama doesn't, maybe?
I mean, it's just like every other game. It's the same thing. As every game, you got to come with the right standard. Just playing hard, playing fast, playing physical, and execute. That's the main thing, is execution.
This is your last go-around here at Georgia. What does this game, getting this victory mean for you personally with the goals you have? What does it mean for the program?
It would mean a whole lot to me. Like just working hard last year and getting to the national championship, that even push us even more. It's just trying to do it for those guys who couldn't do it. It's just gonna be try to play my best game, to make my team be successful.
When you play an offense that's as explosive as Alabama, how do you have to approach? Is it a defender? Is it a deal where you've got to be careful, or is it a deal where maybe you've got to play with more reckless abandon? I mean, what's the mentality knowing they have all these different playmakers from the quarterback to receiver to running back?
Like I said, we just execute. Our coach will give us the call. We just execute the call, and I feel like we'll be fine.
Is it fair to say Georgia's is confident the right word? I mean, when you play a team like this, there's a borderline between being confident and overconfident. Where would you say this team is at right now?
Of course, you have to be confident. You can't go into a game, being content, nervous and stuff like that. We prepare the right way, so it shouldn't be any content or be even scared or anything. It just, you know, we here, we confident. You know what I'm saying? We know our place.
It feels like this is another one of those games. I guess Florida would be another example where, you know, a lot of the guys on both teams were recruited by both schools, and so that you may or may not know some of these people. Does that bring any like familiarity to that you guys were all, you know, kind of at one point being looked at it by the same schools, or not at all?
No.
Okay.
I guess there's 130 FBS teams, 120. Is there any kind of satisfaction, or even give yourself a moment to feel that way, that you guys are one of like a dozen teams still playing at this point? Everybody else sitting home waiting,
It's
see if they'll get a bowl call.
Last year it was shocking, but you know, this year it's just like this is what it's gonna be at Georgia from now on. You know, championships.
This is where you expect it to be.
Yeah, championships.
How much of a motivation was that, just leaving Mercedes-Benz last year? You know, was that verbally discussed? We're going to be back here in 11 months. Well,
I mean, that's everybody's goal wants to be to the national championship. But you know, this game is just the next game. You know, nothing different. We're just gonna go out here, play hard, play fast, and execute.
not surprised you're here, though. I mean, this is a younger kind of remade team. A little bit lost a lot of leadership off that team last year.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. You know, it's a new team, and we worked hard since fall camp, and I feel like we're gonna be good.
What makes, you know, we've talked about Tua's mobility, his arm. I mean, there's other quarterbacks you've played that are mobile with arm strength. I mean, what separates this guy, in your opinion? What's made him so special or explosive, I guess is the word?
I can say, like, you know, watching film, he's just stand plays. He keep his eyes down the field at all times, and just look for the guys, like his explosive receiver, like Jerry Judy, like those guys, or the running backs. He just keeps his eyes down the field at all times.
Other quarterbacks, when they may take their eyes away when they scramble, or you mean, is that more normal when you can rattle other guys? Maybe I know Kirby was saying something about Tua standing in the pocket confident.
Yeah, you can see it. He's very confident in his in the pocket. You know, even when he steps up and throws, and that's what we're trying to eliminate.
Any more questions? Okay, you're good.